Meanwhile, let's get...
What's going on, people? Welcome to United Stand. Welcome to the Rants show. I always start off the show by asking how you're doing, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that this time.
It's alright, bro. There's only as good you could be when you're in a relegation battle. You know them ones. Like, I don't know this feeling, bro.
It's
I'm
mad.
in a relegation battle, fam.
It's mad. It is mad right now. I'm going to jump straight into the facts of what's out there. Do you know what I'm saying? We're not scared to discuss what's out there. That's what we do. A piece on the BBC by Simon Stone. We talk about mainstream media. We talk about well-respected journalists, ones that are up there. He's definitely one of them.
Yeah, for sure.
And the piece that he's written, amongst other bits, this is just something I picked out. There is a very real fear from some inside the club that should Liverpool inflict a heavy defeat on United on the 20th of October, the external reaction may create pressure they find too hard to resist. Now, my question from that is the pressure now on Ollie now even from the mainstream media? Not all, they're not all saying Ollie to be sacked. They're not saying that, but we are hearing a few more murmurs from mainstream media where it's taken a bit of time to gather that actually this guy is under some serious pressure to hold on to his United job. Maybe more than we might think, maybe less, I don't know. But is there a genuine chance that if we're on the wrong side of the result very heavily, and that's a killer question, Rants, I know. Do you see there being a genuine chance, or even if we did get piped by Liverpool 3-4-0, this board and this set of people that are running the club would probably still allow Ollie to continue?
Listen, yeah, Ollie's done, bruv. Let's be honest. One thing about Ed Woodward, yeah, is he's very vain, innit? Like, he come out, he said, oh, United can do this, United can do that. He loves a marquee because he just loves the attention. He's so vain. And that negative attention on the club, he's not going to like it, bro. Do you know what I mean? He will sack Ollie just to save face. He will.
If it's against Liverpool.
Listen, if Klopp got rid of Maureen and he got rid of Ollie, then it's a bit of a mad thing, innit? But it could happen, bro. Like, it could really happen. Like,
I remember that game last year, so that was the final nail in the coffin, innit?
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. And you know what you have to look at? Jamie Redknapp came out and hit the nail on the head, and he doesn't do that very often because he's a bit of an idiot still. Do you know what I mean? And he literally said, like, Mulder, Cardiff relegation. Ollie is extremely lucky to be in this position. And it's funny now, Jamie Carragher, yeah, and Jamie Redknapp, yeah, are the only man that are really saying the real shit about what's going on at the club. Like, Carragher's saying the shit that Neville should have been saying about the Glazers and all that. Them man know what's going on. But too many of these ex-United guys don't want to talk about their friends. Do you know what I mean? They've got this very old school mentality, but they don't want to say nothing too negative. Like, that could stop their money coming in because, boy, they might want to jump on the United bandwagon at some point and get a check, fam. Like, that's what it is. But if you're all the way real about it, like, in this football thing, Ollie's a bum, innit? Like, let's be honest. Like, as I said, remember when Mick Phelan came in, we were just talking about, and everyone was talking about Mick Phelan. That was the nostalgia from Sir Alex Ferguson. That's all it was. Like, there's too much emotion and not enough, like, calculated planning that's gone into this Manchester United thing. Too much emotion. Fuck the emotion. We said we tried the experience, we tried all these things, we tried the emotion, didn't fucking work. You know what I mean? And so that's what it is. Like,
and we all got sucked in.
There's loads of managers. The David Moyes thing was a Sir Alex Ferguson appointment. That was terrible. You know what I mean? Fergie shouldn't have done us dirty like that. I don't care, innit? Like, I feel like you done so much to build us up, and then to hand it over to Moyes is a bit of a mad thing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's a certain man, like, if I'm him, yeah, United's my baby, innit? I'm not handing my baby over to that.
It's like to get your child put in care straight away.
You know, like that. Nah, you don't hand your child over to David Moyes.
Social services came.
You know, like that.
We just want to check your living surroundings,
you know, like
we can see that you're neglecting your child.
You don't hand your baby over to David Moyes. That's a mad thing, innit? The Glazers sacked him, cool. Do you know what I mean? The LVG thing, yeah, he was the right kind of guy at the wrong time. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all it was. LVG hadn't really done nothing in club football in a while. Amazing pedigree, but he done that early on in his career. And it's the same I could say about Jose. Like, Jose was finished from when he got sacked at Real Madrid, really. He was done then. Do you know what I mean? He done amazing stuff at the start of his career, but actually when you go back,
I think he was done from the Chelsea because really he went back. He came back.
No,
and
but
won
I'm saying he came back to Chelsea, but like forget that.
He was on the decline.
Yeah, he was on the decline. The damage was done at Real Madrid. The damage was done at Real Madrid. You see when Barca slapped them, was it 5-0 at their own ground? Not special anymore. Do you see what I mean? The old Jose weren't getting clapped at home 5-0. You could see there was a decline. If you look. You go through and see what he did. You saw when his pinnacle was the height of the Jose era, and you saw when it was falling down. He's still good enough to win stuff on the way down, but he was done. Yeah. There you go. And then Oli, well, like, do you know what I'm saying? On paper, he was just a bum. So, but then from all of that, yeah, and that shows the incompetence of Ed Woodward.
Because I agree what you're saying about these levels of managers and stuff, but then it forces our conversation as fans. And if you're looking at why this is such a mess, all of these managers have failed. Is it a case of, I don't believe it is a case of, it's only that we just have to find the right manager. There's so much more that needs to change.
Yeah, but I think finding the right manager comes from getting a director of football, because Ed Woodward can't find the right manager. Ed Woodward, the only way Ed Woodward could do, you could just do an obvious thing and get Poch. That's an obvious thing. Just like Wan-Bissaka was an obvious signing. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Just like Harry Maguire was an obvious signing. You have to do he didn't take like a lot of scouting and recruitment to get Harry Maguire. Yeah. Do you see what I'm trying to say? It wasn't a Ruben Diaz or something. It was just a Harry Maguire. And that's the route that England are going down. That's why United. That's what they call man Brexit FC and that, bruv. These obvious dead. Like, everything's dead, bro. From the training methods to the style of play, everything's just obvious and dead, bro.
Have we got I was talking to Jordan from TalkSport, our guy, you know, speak to Jordan a lot. And I was already thinking this kind of throughout the week. And he just so happened that he brought it up. But we was talking about, like, we've actually got to look at it from this point of view, which maybe we haven't explored enough, is that we're all talking about, Allegri, man, pedigree, whatever. When actually, in theory, where we actually are as a club, some of these managers might not even put their name to this.
Yeah, of course, but we don't need a manager like that.
No, that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that they might not even want to, like, maybe tarnish their legacy. So maybe we actually, that's why the whole technical thing and change it. We need to, like, unearth a gem. Like, I know you spoke about Hasenhüttl or whatever, but we might need a fifth best manager in Germany, or someone like a third best in Spain, someone who you could look at, but who's been headhunted and go, I can see this kind of guy developing something. That's all well and good,
but don't talk about United like they're Arsenal, bro. Let's not do that, innit, Jordan, bruv. Like, Man United can still get the best managers. But
we can, but will they want to come now?
Listen, they will want to come if they know that everything's correct. And for me, like, Ed Woodward is not the person to choose the next manager. The next manager needs to be chosen by the director of football.
And that's the issue there, isn't it?
We need
because
a football
we can change
director.
manager tomorrow. But if the same process of changing the next manager is how it has been the previous four times, then we're going to get the same results.
Yep. We need a football director to come in and say, yo, this is the manager I want. These are the kind of players, the style of football, and then we work that way. That's how it's meant to work.
I saw something on Sky Sports. They did a piece on, I think it's the Lille sporting director. Yeah. He just brokered the deal for Pepe to Arsenal, and they said that he flies round. The airline that he uses gave him like an award because he racked up in 12 months more than enough times to go around the world 10 times. Mad, like a trip to the moon. He done in minus because he said
those are the kind of man you need in.
They were asking him, "Do you think Man United need a sporting director?" And he said every club should have one now because, and this was what I thought was spot on. The manager has so much on his plate, managing the next tactics for the next game, sorting out super egos in footballers, planning strategic stuff. He
shouldn't be dealing with transfers.
He needs a mate next to him to say, "Do you know what? Transfers. You need to," and plus on top of that, like you said, getting out there, you can see a video of a player, but going out there to see the raw emotion, to see the player in the flesh, is so important to then come back and report and have that. And I think that's so true. Like, I know it's easy to jump on because it's this whole thing that's like, we need to, but I really do think we do.
Well, we're one of very few clubs of any stature in world football that don't have one.
My fucking
Do you know
some of
what
the
I
league
mean?
teams and that got fucking
Bruv,
technical.
you know
they got
like
man
that,
in the
even
group
if
chat
it's-
going,
even if it's guys
"Hey,
in the pub with a pint and peanuts,
Did you
he's like, see that geezer on
Did you
the
see
other
AFC Oakley last week, mate?
Bruv.
They fucking slapped some postal, mate. But we should go and get him. Man, like in Sunday League, got technical directors
It's
and that,
true.
bro. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk,
Whoever's
bro.
running the shit, you don't get the manager going, "Don't tell me what to fucking do." I'm the manager. It's
Yeah.
like that. It's a group chat, mate. We'll all talk about who we should fucking give him a ring. I think he wants to leave them,
Bro,
fucking bring him to.
It's so basic what we need, bro. Like when people are like, "Oh yeah, 3-4 years rebuild and all that," that's bullshit, bro. You just need to get the right.
But is it
guys
3-4
in.
years in terms of maybe not 3-4 years, but is it slightly longer only because of the volume of players though that we do actually need to improve? Because we do still need 5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
plus
but the thing
players.
is, the biggest
And that's
problem
not
with
gonna come in one transfer window.
this squad, yeah, is it's imbalanced, yeah, because for the style of play that Ollie wants to play, yeah, even though it's a shit style of play, yeah, like we don't have the players. And the thing is, you get in a director of football with a very, very, very clear plan of this is the kind of players, this is the profile. And you know what, like there's players here that can do a job and you can bring in players around them and they can still win stuff, even if it's just a little cup here and there, bro. Because you know what, when everyone's fit, that starting 11 ain't really that bad, bro. It's not.
Do you know what? That is literally the next bit we were going to talk about. And you know, since you've touched into it,
Yeah.
if we get, all right,
The reason why everyone's not fit is because Ollie's a shit coach, bro. Everyone's injured,
into
bro.
the ground.
If you look, since Ollie's taken over, bruv, every man's just been breaking down gradually. Even fucking Luke Shaw, bruv. He had a
Worked
little
hard in
decent run, and
summer.
now all of a sudden, now Luke Shaw's always injured again, bro. Why is that? Ollie got these man working now. He's talking about pressing and all that. Pressing happens in waves. It happens collectively. United don't press collectively.
don't
Ollie's
anymore.
just got man fucking sprinting fucking 30 yards to shut man down on their own and pulling up.
I saw Daniel James does that a lot.
Yeah.
Just kind of just working.
And that's what Jesse done, and he went and got injured nowhere near the ball, bruv. Bruv, Ollie don't know about no pressing football, bruv. Watch Barcelona press.
Them first 2 games we had against Chelsea and Wolves with our strongest 11 on the pitch, yeah. Which, because apart from, I think Ollie brought in Pereira for the Wolves game, that was the only change he made.
Yeah.
If we can get something that resembles that, will that be enough to kind of somewhat steady some form of ship?
Nah.
Just to steady it.
Nah.
We still probably might finish 7th or 8th, but is it enough to just steady it?
Nah, there's the changing room's too divided. I don't think people, like, the players don't believe in him. Come on, man, he's a bum, innit? Like, even look, I even saw the interview that Robin van Persie done after the Newcastle game. Did you see it?
No, I didn't
even
see it.
Robin was
What did he
like,
say?
he was just like, listen. Like, I don't take too much confidence from what he said after the game. He's like, as a manager, you're supposed to know what's gone wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like, if your team are down, you're supposed to know when to pick them up. When they're too big for their boots, you're the one that kind of levels them out.
He didn't
It's-
feel like that's happening.
Yeah, he just said, like, I feel like, well, he doesn't know what he's doing. He pretty much said. And that's Robin. And Robin van Persie, what I love about him, yeah, even at Arsenal, he's very much just a guy that he just speaks his
He will
mind.
just say
innit?
it, yeah,
he
he'll
just
be a
doesn't
good pundit.
care,
Yeah,
bro.
he'll be a
He
good
doesn't
pundit.
care how it looks like. He's not like, oh, this is my friend. Like,
Robin
he's
fancy
got-
technical director.
He's got no emotional attachments to
joking,
Ollie,
joking.
you know? Like, because he just came in late,
Yeah,
batted
he
up the
doesn't-
thing and
yeah,
left.
yeah,
So he
yeah,
don't
yeah,
care about
yeah.
this heritage
He
thing,
can just
innit?
say as
He
he
just said
feels.
it how it is, and he goes, yeah, I'm not feeling
The
it.
De Gea interview, I think when you look at that, that shows us really where we're at and the feeling in amongst the camp. Because you know what it is when we're doing so poorly? You get the pre-written statements.
Yeah.
We
He
shouldn't
threw
be
that
doing
out the
this.
window.
We should be trying harder. We'll hit the training ground. We know we let the fans down. We'll be back again next week. Fuck all that, innit? De Gea said, "Come on." I mean, come on.
That De Gea moment was like the Jose, if I speak, I'm in big trouble
Man
moment.
said,
But he just spoke, bruv.
Man said, "Is this the worst you've seen it since you've been here?" For sure. I mean, come on, we cannot even score more than 1 goal in 2 games, bro.
Oh, that's it. He just said, listen, it's you, man, you know. He talked about scoring goals. He didn't even talk about winning or losing. He said, you man are shit. That's what he said, bro. And what is the attacking?
It did feel like that, and that is the problem in terms of our players are actually live coming out now and saying, bro, we're fucked. And that, how bad would it have to get? It's kind of like a double question because I asked you about the Liverpool game, but in the entirety, Rants, we're 6 points off top 4, but at the same time we're 3 points away from
But we're in a
zone.
relegation battle, but under top 4 talk.
How bad would it have to get for them to snap?
I reckon Ollie's on tenterhooks, bruv. Like, he's gone, bro. Like, what
By
month are we
when?
in? I reckon he'll be gone by November. He'll definitely be gone before Christmas.
A man said to me, and it's Jordan as well.
Remember
He said,
what
I said he'd be gone by Christmas. He goes, fuck that, Halloween's around the corner.
It's true, man. It's about to be Friday the 13th on his clock, blood. I'm telling you.
man.
Listen.
Yeah.
Remember with Jose, and I said he'll be gone by Christmas, and that people were like, nah. Then I remember I got out of the shower, blood, and I saw I had like fucking 40 missed calls, blood, one
Yeah, it was
day,
all
bruv,
mad,
and then
yeah.
Jose got sacked. Trust me. Ed Woodward, yeah, will do anything to save his own ass.
So you
Which
don't
means
think that whole, you know, the love thing, the love affair, the sentiment that why Ollie's got the job and why they're backing him. You don't think that, because I kind of think, Rants, like, Ed Woodward does have that in him, but I kind of think like because they have that love affection with him and they're trying to push that.
Them man are about their money,
I
Flex.
feel like he would still get a little bit longer.
Now, but Flex, they're about their money, and what they realise is if the fans are disillusioned, they'll stop coming to games, and they will. Do you know what I mean? Even recently, like a Starner game and all them, man, barely 50k
Shut the whole top section.
in Old Trafford, bruv. Man are not coming to games no more. This is the right
And it
thing.
did get a bit like that under Jose.
Yeah, and it got like that. I stopped coming under Jose. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, these men want their money. So they're going to start to see that, hold on, people are going to stop,
affect,
people
yeah.
are going to stop buying merchandise. They're going to stop doing all these things, and it looks bad, innit? And Ed Wood was all about what it looks like, which is why he likes a marquee, bro. Like, he doesn't care about organisation. That's why there's rumours of Ousmane Dembele and that. Bro, it's just because they just want to bring in names and that. They don't have a clue what this football thing's about, bro. United are a joke right now. De Gea definitely got in trouble for that interview. There's no two ways about
I
it.
think that if not, like,
And he
properly
was
fined-
like the skipper as well.
Exactly,
bro. So
I
for him
think
to come out
someone
and
would
say
have said
that,
to him.
someone's had a word
But
with
do you
him.
know what though?
I respect it.
I like the way he did. At least he's saying it as it is, because at the end of the day, there's only so far you can give the pre-made bullshit of we'll try harder again next week. We know we're shit. Like he's really saying it.
Rashford
Like
put out a statement on Twitter saying, no, we can't hide and this, that, and the other. Man have been hiding on the pitch for time, blood. You know what I'm saying? It's all well and good putting out these Mighty Ducks fucking motivational bullshit on Twitter, yeah, but bro, like, it's just not working, innit? Like, man can say, oh, we're not hiding. You're saying all the right things, but we don't care as football fans what you say,
we have to
innit?
see exactly.
We don't care what you
doesn't matter.
say, bro.
We expect you to be coming out and saying we know there's no place to be hiding and we need to do better and we're a mess. We expect you to be saying all that. We'd rather you just not say it and say exactly.
Show us, bruv. If you really care, bruv, let someone else take the free kicks, blood. If you really care, bruv.
Exactly.
You see what I mean?
Exactly.
Just show me something. Just say, you know what,
That one he hit against Alkmaar.
Bro.
Jesus Christ.
Like, when we need a good fucking delivery, give it to someone else.
I feel so
You see
tired.
what I'm saying?
3 games this week, you know. Manchester, I'm back, drove back. Midweek, flew out to Holland, come back.
Yeah.
Back and forth to
Some
Newcastle.
joke thing, fam. Do you know what I mean? All that.
Anyway, just to finish off on this section, what I will say on Solskjaer, I feel like as much as I want it to work out for him, I find it difficult to see how he pulls himself out of this, because we need something to be able to buy into. It's almost like he has to earn that time, and that comes from what we're seeing on the pitch, and we're not seeing that. It's kind of like, you know what it is, yeah? You see, if you like, you're searching for a Netflix series, yeah, and you see the front of it, and you think, oh, look at the graphics on that. Let me watch that. That looks appealing. All right, cool. You watch the first couple of episodes, and you're like, bro, this is shit.
Couple
like,
of episodes,
I've
you're
got
better than
nothing,
me,
like,
bruv.
You're like,
I turned off the Kevin Hart thing after 10 minutes, bro.
So, or however long it takes, you're like, you're like, boy, I can't even see this getting any better. Like, I'm just gonna go watch something else. That's what it's like. It's like you have to give the viewers something to go, oh, this character's kind of sick, you know. The way he's carrying on is a bit mad. I want to see at least how he put. But there's nothing.
You either have to give me that, or your previous 1 or 2 seasons have to be so wavy that I'm going to.
And everyone must have been talking about it.
So I'm just going to give the third one a chance, even if I don't like the first episode, innit?
Exactly.
But Ollie's previous seasons are Cardiff and Mulder, blood.
Exactly.
So because of that, you don't deserve no time, bro. Like, really,
like
he needs to get chopped right now.
None of them got BAFTA nominated things. Man didn't do good numbers.
Done out here. The reason why when man was saying give Jose time, look what he's done, I could understand the logic. I could understand because of the CV, bruv. I could understand it. This Ollie thing, I can't understand it. The training methods are archaic, clearly. Everyone's getting injured. Do you know what I mean? Some dead brand of like 90s English football. That's what it looks like I'm watching, bro. It looks like I'm watching Premier League years, fam. And everyone else is playing in a different fucking time to us. Shit football, blood.
It is very hard. Like I say, keep wanting it to work out for the guy, and bar a miraculous turnaround in performances, goals all of a sudden flying in from all angles, chances being made from all over the pitch, which I hope that happens.
And it would only,
from Liverpool.
and that could only happen.
But can I see that happening?
That can only
now?
happen if individuals turn up, and we simply don't have that caliber of individuals. So we need more of a team.
I just don't see
Ollie's done out here, bro.
how he gets out of this. It would be one of the greatest escapes.
Bruv, right now I told man it's looking
around.
at Ocean's 11, bruv. It's a heist, innit? You look at that bench, bruv. When you look at Carrick and McKenna, ain't done nothing in football here as a coach, and Phelan's done out here, and then Ollie's done out here.
You're looking like who
It's
in
a
the
heist.
group will.
Who's the one that pulls rank and says, "Yo, like this is not working, bruv." I ain't never seen a tactical change from Ollie.
Do you know what? I keep saying this is the last bit.
This
of
is Ollie's tactics, yeah. Like, you wingers, swap over, see what happens. Do nothing, swap back.
Yeah.
What you need a fucking UEFA license for that?
If it got bad, someone said to me, so this is the last bit. Someone said, if he does love the club that much, maybe he should just go. Do you know
I
what?
probably said it on Twitter.
Do you think that that could happen? Or the pride is in there and he's still very happy to be there?
He won't get a payout if he walks, innit? So man will stay.
Then we need to sack him.
Yeah, we'll have to sack him, bruv. Them man just needs to do what they need to do. At the end of the day, man's bummy, innit, bruv.
So hard though, because if you sack him now, Rants, like I don't think anything will change for the rest of the season anyway.
But it doesn't
We're going
need
to finish
but I just can't,
mid-table,
I can't deal,
maybe
bro.
relegation zone thing.
I just can't deal. Man need to bring in...
nothing will change.
Man need to bring in a sporting
because they have to change
director.
the whole coaching staff and all that, put in a sporting director. It's not going to happen from
But that is
the
the
end of the
only
season.
reason why I think he'll keep his job for the
Exactly.
foreseeable, because there's no... Who would you bring in the interim?
But that's what I'm saying earlier. So when you was like, bruv, you think that they'll get rid of him for the money and that, well, that's why I think actually they won't.
No, but they won't keep him for the whole season. I reckon, I think around Christmas something could happen, similar to when he came in for Jose, blood. When someone can come in and actually maybe buy a player or two.
All right. Let us know what your thoughts are on Solskjaer, man, and the pressure he's under, and the pressure he could be under if we get absolutely a pamming from Liverpool, which, let's face it, I know in the big games, this team has something where could get a draw.
Yeah.
But I've never seen us in this type of form. I've never seen us this low on confidence. And to be honest with you, yes, you never know. Somehow we could get a draw against Liverpool, but I think I'm looking at it like damage limitation in that game. If we get a draw, it would almost feel like a win. That's how bad it is. And that is embarrassing and shocking to be in that position, that we feel that getting a draw would be some form of positivity against a very important... And Liverpool have the chance to, I think, equal Man City's 18 consecutive wins.
Yeah.
So it's all mad. Let us know what you lot are thinking. Next up, man, I just want to talk about a player. We've got to try and find some ray of sunshine or daylight. Not even sunshine, just daylight. Because the daylight is just grey clouds with rain ready to drop down, but it's daylight, it's night, it's daytime. Axel Tuanzebe. Like, you don't want to be reactionary and just be like, just fuck Lindelof off and all of that.
I'm happy to do that, but you know me already, blood.
You know what? I feel like
I did say when Tuanzebe was gonna get rid of Lindelof.
No, you did.
I told you
that. You know what it is that I've worked out. When I speak to you, I feel like I'm speaking in third person, but because I'm not actually speaking to you. Because half the things I say to you, I'm like, yeah, but you would do that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, in context of being a presenter and playing devil's advocate. You know me, anyway. I'm trying to capture all the opinions. I'm not actually saying you as Rants. You as Rants would do that.
Yeah.
To you lot, maybe we didn't all want to kind of just throw Lindelof under the bus and say all of a sudden he's not good enough. But what I certainly said, I think it was here as well, probably a couple of months ago, I said, what I do want to see is some evidence. I think it was when I was at Camden. Yeah. I wouldn't change it now. This was about a couple of months ago. I said I wouldn't change it now. I want to see how Tuanzebe comes in and performs so I can make an accurate judgment. And to be fair, from what I've seen, there's definitely a debate to be had as to whether Tuanzebe should start over Lindelof. And even just how he adapted in the Arsenal game, I know it was his mistake that led to a goal.
But he was man of the match. Other than that,
he did well,
when
exactly.
young players
he did well
always
against
make
Newcastle.
mistakes, bruv, you have to write that off.
And he just looks a bit easier on the eyes of centre half to me, like just
wavy.
physically. What do you think?
So good on the ball,
do you think Ollie's might be making his mind up, or
bro? Tuanzebe's Ollie's number 2. It looks like it, because even and the fact that you can move him out to left back, right back, whatever. Tuanzebe, he's shown more than anything that he's just a brilliant footballer. Good footballers can play anywhere. Do you know what I mean? And the same with Daily Blind, bruv. Like, I never wanted him to leave, bruv. Play centre back, left of a free, DM. Do you know what I mean? When you're so good at this game of football, you can play anywhere. And that's what Tuanzebe could do. He could even play in centre mid with his feet.
There was a pass against Newcastle where he tried to feed it into midfield and the ball got turned over. It was a bad pass. But his recovery,
Rapid.
and I know you could look at it like but a good player wouldn't have given it away. I get that, and that is true. That will come. He made one mistake the whole game.
But you still need that recovery.
But you still need that. And the way he twisted and turned and then just comfortably went back to De Gea, that could have been a different situation where he had to go and run and get the ball off someone.
If it was Lindelof that lost the ball there,
I don't think that recovery would have happened.
Do you know what I mean?
Aerially, and just that little bit of oomph, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like he's got that, man. And I think it will be very interesting to see it with us in such a bad moment, especially with Liverpool coming as well. You know, you look at how dynamic their front three is. You look at Tuanzebe has to play somewhere in there. He's probably still might have to because of the injuries we got, but I'm talking about as a centre half. Like, you know what I mean? But then, because he is that versatile, you wouldn't want to put Victor Lindelof against Salah out on the left, or Mane out on the left, sorry. You wouldn't want to put Victor Lindelof.
I'd rather have someone with pace. Innit?
Yeah, you need that. So that's why he's going to play.
I think Axel will play, man.
Yeah.
And I think
you definitely play against Liverpool.
I think he deserves it. In terms of his defensive positioning, that will improve. He's young, innit? At the end of the day, like even when you look at Wan-Bissaka, and even if you throw it back, like Ashley Cole and that, who's probably like one of the best left backs of his era, like at the beginning, it was his athleticism that he used to get him out of jail a lot of the time while he was learning the game when he was young, and his positioning and his reading and his positioning got better as he got older. But when it comes, defenders usually are in their prime a lot later.
Yeah, 100%.
So the fact that certain players have to use their athleticism to get out of jail, bruv, that's not really like. That's just part of the game,
the modern day fullback's been doing that, bruv. The modern day,
that's just
Carl
part
Walker,
of the game, yeah.
Carl Walker's like, he's pretty much just coming out of his prime, maybe. Or
you take a yard of pace of Carl Walker,
he's been doing that
bruv.
since ever.
Defend,
exactly.
bro.
All the fullbacks are quick, and their main attribute is almost their speed.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. So that's not even a criticism of a player like him because he's young, he's learning the game. But I think that year that he had with John Terry has brought him on.
Definitely helped him.
Like, it brought him on, and he looks accomplished.
I think when you talk about the year with John Terry, I think as well with our youngsters, Rants, I think that's what's wrong, you know. Because
they need to go out on loan.
You look at Tamori, you look at Mason Mount, you look at Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham's got over 100. I would say over 100 appearances at club level. Yeah. I would have thought. Yeah. If don't quote me on that, Chelsea fans, but I know he's played a lot. He's played a full season at Swansea. He's played a full season at Aston Villa.
Yep.
He went on loan somewhere else as well.
He did. He's had a few loan moves.
He's had a few loans, yeah.
And it's helped.
Did he not? Yeah. So Mason Mount had a full season at Derby, and they've shown. I think with Chong and Gomez and stuff, they've just. It's like them kids who are playing above their level at school. When you play with the year 8s and you're in year 11, you just run around the playground scoring loads of goals.
And the problem is that,
but it doesn't mean anything.
You get sucked in, because you see like
it's not their fault.
Chong looks decent, at reserve level.
Yeah, he does.
But it just shows you how shit that level is.
Exactly, it's nothing. It's nowhere near competitive. It's nowhere near the Championship.
Because he's nowhere near ready for men's football, bruv. Nowhere near. Because when you're not even looking good against Astana,
and Rochdale.
Yeah, that bruv. Like the Astana one's worse because Astana are probably a lower level than Rochdale.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? So when you don't even look good against them teams, you're screaming for a loan. Yeah. And not no loan because we used to send guys to Antwerp and that. No, you need a loan in some big man football, in England.
Like Tuanzebe going to Villa.
So you can get slapped about a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Chong couldn't go to Aston Villa. No way. Do you know what I mean? He wouldn't have made a bench there. So that's what I'm trying. You see what I'm trying to say? So like when we're looking at our players, like we have to really look at them. Some of them do need a loan move. Rashford probably needed the loan move, but LVG bust him because he come through at a situation where everyone got injured, and even Keane was ahead of Marcus Rashford.
And that's what even Gary Neville was talking about. One good point he did make was that it's not, you can't look at these young players. It's not their fault. It's been expected too much of them really to come into this shit show.
It's not.
And it's kind of like. Who in our squad? Yeah, what I do say is, who do they all have to lean on? I mean, Scott McTominay coming through the ranks.
Yeah,
he looks to his left and sees Matic.
He's one of the senior players.
Do you know what I'm saying? You're
default.
looking at Ashley Young. You're looking at Phil Jones. You're not looking in that dressing room for poor old Mason Greenwood going, oh, I'm learning off Rashford, who has been worked into the ground.
He can't himself.
Like Rashford is Lingard's younger.
Yeah,
that's his. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you're breaking down, not the hierarchy, but the friendship circles and people taking. Do you see what I'm saying? And that is how do you expect the likes of Gomez, the likes of Chong, the likes of Greenwood to come in, the likes of Jimmy Garner,
no examples,
Brandon Williams, to come in, like Adam said it in the play range, because it's like lamb to slaughter.
Yeah.
It's like saying, go on, here you go.
Hey, Williams is wavy.
Go and get done. He looks
Trust
alright.
me, if Wavy, if he come through under LVG, he would have been.
So I do think that is a massive
Bro,
part
like
of
what
why we're
examples do
struggling.
they have?
Exactly.
You know what I mean, and that's why Zlatan was so good for us.
Bring that Black Johnny?
Because he had that. Huh?
Bring him back, Johnny?
Hell no. But like he was good for us because of his personality and
Yeah,
his stature. Do you know what I mean? We don't have that stature. The only stature we have like that at the club is Pogba, and he's not happy, and rightly so.
The first question is on to Pogba, into the question section. This question is from Twitter, at MH150312.
Them man there, bro.
No display pic, but I think it was a good question.
Yeah.
About Pogba. Rumours circulating Pogba wants 30 mil a year, which is double his salary. What do you think the board should do?
That's not true. Pogba wants to leave, bruv. Pogba don't want no money. There's not enough money that Man United can pay Pogba to
I can't see him wanting to stay.
Pogba wants to leave categorically. So all these rumours about Pogba wanting all this money, it's just the media trying to create another agenda against Paul Pogba for people to try and say, oh yeah, he's just in it for the money and all these things. Bruv, Paul Pogba wants to leave, innit? Categorically, bruv. Like, he doesn't even want to discuss a new deal with Manchester United right now. So all these rumours about him wanting 30 M's and all that, that's nonsense.
It does seem very,
it's just
very
because
far
De
left.
Gea
Like, I don't understand.
has got a new deal, so now everyone's thinking,
Knock-on
yeah,
effects, yeah.
you know what I mean? But it's nonsense. Pogba don't
He
want
wanted to leave from the summer.
Yeah.
The club knew they were going to get rid of Alexis, and then look at it. He was probably just on the list of who needs to go. He was like probably at the back of it.
Yeah, but they're
think.
just trying to create a Pogba agenda now because the whole leaving thing has kind of simmered down because he can't really leave now. They know he can't leave in January, so now they're trying to make up something else, bruv. Just let the guy recover from his injury.
Which he looked like he's working hard to do. Hopefully he's fit for this Liverpool game. From at Mitchell 5355 says, when will Woodward realise enough is enough about his own future?
He won't. He's an idiot. He's doing what... Well, he's not doing what he's paid to do because what he's being paid to do is run the club properly, and he's not. However, because he's balancing the books, because that's what he is, he's a money man, in his head, he's doing a great job. Like, how many people, it's all about self-evaluation. Like I said to Rashford, bruv, when's Rashford going to take himself off free kicks? He won't, because he believes that he can
He's
take
doing
them.
sick, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's the same with Woodward. He
But
believes
that's,
he's
again,
doing
that's
a good
where,
job.
and then you're looking at the people above. So in
The people
Woodward's
above
case,
need to
it's
say,
the Glazers that
need to say, you know what, Ed? We've given it 6 years, mate.
Yeah.
Like, and you've gradually, you've consistently fucked up, hiring the wrong people. We've invested a lot of money because they have. We've invested nearly £1 billion in the squad, yeah, and have nothing to show for it. That's your fault.
But
that's what they need to do.
But then they won't because they're still nice. However,
because the revenue's still up.
However, though, being this shit for this long, like we know, if we don't get into even the Champions League next year, which let's face it, we're not going to. The Adidas shirt money goes down. The other sponsorships, basically the club will start to lose money. So this record revenue bullshit that we have seen so far, it won't last. So maybe that will start to hurt the Glazers.
That would be the best thing. That would be the best thing for the club, and it's the same with Oli taking Rashford off these things, bro. Like it needs to come from above, innit? Because the people are not gonna say, they're not gonna be self-evaluating and thinking, you know what, I'm not good enough, because there's egos involved there, isn't there?
It's international break, so we're going to do quite a few more questions because we haven't got a game to preview. So we'll keep going with the questions. This is from at Carlos05Nel. He says, "Would you guys like Wenger as interim manager until the end of the season?" Wow. Oi.
Boy, imagine threw that out there.
Shit.
That is the best question you
Do you know what? Do you know what? I'm just gonna say no.
I said,
I'm just gonna say no. And I'll tell you why I'm gonna say no. It's not. I'm not. I'm actually gonna say no. Yeah.
Man.
Hold on a sec. I'm gonna say no.
If we get 3 points at the Emirates, and Jesse dances and Wenger's in the dugout, after being sent off and he kicks a bottle, I'm
gonna say no, not even for Josh. I'm gonna say no, not even for footballing reasons.
In the dugout,
I'm saying no.
Bro.
You know why? Because if it goes wrong with him, I tell you what. I couldn't. I'd have to come off everything.
Yeah, but it's interim.
I don't care.
That he's not getting it.
I don't care. Even if it's interim and he still does shit. I can't take it. I couldn't take it from all the Arsenal, man. I couldn't take it in my lifetime.
Bro, I could take anything from them, man.
No.
If man said,
No, I'd rather ride it out with Ollie and finish 15th.
That's good for you and get relegated. Good for you.
No, we won't get relegated.
By the way, we're in relegation form.
I don't care about
relegation. Do you
want
want to pull the stats up?
We're not going to get relegated.
Bruv, we're averaging 17th in the league for everything, you know, bruv. How many teams in the league, bruv?
we're not going to get relegated.
Relegation.
We are not going to get relegated.
Relegation.
We're not going to get relegated.
We're done out
I bet
here,
you
bruv.
£50 we're not going to get relegated.
We're not going to get relegated
Exactly,
because we're
that's
too
what I'm
good.
saying. We're not going to get relegated. Stop
but we're
all
going to
this
finish
talk
in the bottom half of the
about
table.
we're in a
if
relegation
Ollie
fight.
stays, we are. If Ollie stays to the end of the season, we're finishing the bottom half of the table.
That's not. We still won't get relegated.
Bro,
I'm saying we
bro,
won't get,
we'll get relegated.
So stop talking
Bro,
about the R word.
He will relegate
We're not gonna
us, blood. If we leave him, if we leave this guy to his own devices, we're getting relegated.
We're not,
bro.
We're not. Don't get me. If we left him to his own device, maybe for like 2-3 years.
Bro, if
I
man
don't know
said
about
to
that.
me,
We're not
if
getting
man
relegated
said to
this
me right
season.
now, yeah,
We're not getting relegated
you
this
could
season.
have Ollie for the rest of the season, or you can get fucking
Wenger.
Wenger, yeah, to the end of the season, bruv. I'm sacking Ollie.
So you take Wenger to end the season?
Yeah, knowing that he's not going to stay beyond that. Absolutely, bruv. I'll take anyone, yeah, that's got fucking pedigree right now.
Man.
Anyone with pedigree, bruv.
bro.
If man offered me fucking... Let me think. What's his man that always ends up at Chelsea, bruv?
Avram Grant.
Not Avram Grant, the other you.
Hiddink.
Gus Hiddink. If someone said, yo, take Hiddink to the end of the season, I'll take Gus Hiddink. All them kind of, bruv, any...
Oh,
bro,
actually,
Ollie's a
on TalkSport,
clown,
the man
bro.
rang in and said, "Bruv, Big Sam Allardyce was sitting there," and he goes, this is true.
Allardyce would do a better job than Ollie.
He said, you know, if the results keep going bad, which they probably will, the club will make a change, because at the end of the day, if you're 13th and 14th for Christmas and that, so that's just this fan who rang in, and he said, you know, Big Sam's sitting there, he puts it down and lays it down black and white. If you're with me, let's go. If you're not, get out. Big Sam was like laughing, saying, "Thanks for that, mate." But would you take Big Sam to the end of the season?
No, bruv.
So what? Well, hold on.
He's better than Ollie.
Hold on a minute.
Nah.
You're talking about relegation, that he's proven, bruv. He keeps man up.
Yeah, but then you know what it is. You know why I wouldn't take him?
There you go then.
Because listen, it's all about psychology. When you take Big Sam in, you admit that you're in a relegation battle. You admit it, fam. Like you do, innit? Like you admit it. When you take in Big Sam, you're like, you know what, guys, we're fucked. We got no other option, mate.
We're looking at the championship.
We need to secure
Please
this.
just keep us in the league.
Do you know what I mean? Like when you take Big Sam, you admit to yourself that shit has gone so far left that you don't even care about style no more. It's just a substance thing, bro. Anything, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's like at the end of the night, bruv, when you just been grafting, you bought bare drinks and you're still on your own, bruv, and then you're outside the club just waiting at the bus stop, hovering to try to see if you can pick something up at right last minute. You know what I mean? Like that's what Big Sam is.
It's not promoting like one night stands and that. That's
Nah, but I'm just saying.
You
know what
mad
I mean?
guy.
That's
Oh,
what
for
it
God's
is.
sake.
The Big Sam is the thing that you
wouldn't
pick
take
up at the
Big
bus
Sam?
stop that's got her shoes in her hand. Do you know what I mean? And the kebab and that.
She's just
That's
sitting,
long,
she's
man.
sitting on the curb. She's sitting on the curb with the mayonnaise.
That's what I'm trying to
on the
say,
fucking
bruv.
thing.
Like balancing act with the shoes here, the handbag, and that, eating her chips, bruv. Like man's not really on the Big Sam thing.
Yeah, right.
But Ollie,
Yeah,
Ollie's the worst manager in the league, bro. Because the reason why I say that is because he's the only one that doesn't have a clue, a clear plan, a clear philosophy, bruv. Even Sheffield United are playing better ball than us.
All right, so back to the question. It was, would you take Wenger
to the end of the season over keeping Ollie? Oh, absolutely, bro. Okay. Absolutely.
Wow. Danny Paul.
Fucking hell.
The day you say that as well. Huh? The day you're saying that as well,
yeah,
you know.
Absolutely. That's how you know I'm real done with man. Like,
yeah.
You know?
At Danny Paulson says, have you ever been more... I'm done. Have you ever been more excited for an international break? I'm relieved because we can't lose for 2 weeks.
That's it. And also, Jesse's not in the England squad, and I don't think Rashford won't start. So,
do
you know what I mean? Like, it's calm. I don't get to see no United, bro.
I said that the other day. I said I'm so happy that we're got an international break because I just feel like I just need to watch something else for a bit. I really do.
It's true.
Let's jump on to Instagram and the questions that we put out on there. Does it worry you that Lampard is outperforming Ollie while he is in a tougher position?
No.
Yeah, it does worry me because he should be fucking doing better. He should be doing better with what we've got.
It don't worry me because
although he has got better players.
Lampard was a better player. Lampard, was a very, very intelligent footballer, so it doesn't surprise me that he's a good manager, bro. You don't score the amount of goals Frank Lampard scored with that limited athletic attributes, that Lampard had. Like he couldn't get up and down. He weren't athletically gifted, but he was very intelligent. His movement was second to none.
But you think the reason why he's doing so well as a
and also Jody Morris is amazing as well.
Fucking Paul Scholes was fucking brilliant, and he fucking couldn't do it at Oldham.
No, he didn't want to do that at Oldham. He said fuck this.
No, but he did because he tried.
What, how many games did he manage?
3? I think 3 or 4. And he
Bruv.
went, fuck this. So
Scholes
what I'm
said,
saying is
"Won
he can
this."
be wicked at football, but
Bro,
you know,
Frank Lampard's even got a degree in that, bro. He's a smart guy, you know. Frank Lampard is like a proper educated guy. He's very intellectual. And like, I fuck with Lampard still on that level, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? And also, Jody Morris, bro, you just got to look at what he done at that Chelsea, academy. Very good coach as well. And they're friends as well, bro. Like, the chemistry's there.
Ollie and Michael Carrick are mates.
Nah, come on, man. That was thrown together.
Kieran
by-
McKenna, they're all mates.
That was all thrown together. That was some idiot thing. You know them ones
They're
there?
all mates,
That's
mate.
some idiot
It's just
thing,
proof
bro.
that like sometimes it ain't just about
That's
that. It's just about how good you are at the
Jody
job.
Morris, yeah, is a wavy coach, bro. Like anyone that knows that the source that Chelsea's
Even
team
Kieran
are
McKenna
playing-
was in our under 23s.
Bun McKenna, fam.
All right, next question. Next question. Do ex-Man United legends need to question Ollie about his tactics? We've already spoke about Wenger in. Some of the guys here at the studio are just putting up stickers on the wall saying Wenger in ? We already spoke about that. Do ex-Man United legends need to question Ollie about his tactics and the players he chooses?
They do, but they won't, because them men are all trying to get on the payroll. They're trying to get an ambassador role or something. They're trying to get some of that peas at United. They all are. That's why they're not saying it. Ollie's their friend and that, bro. Like, allow it, innit? I'm not on it. Like, I'm not on it. Too much nepotism in this football thing, bruv. It's dead.
Given our poor league form, is the Europa League once again a way to justify a bad season?
We're not good enough to win the Europa League. We're not good enough to win the Europa League, so get out of your head, innit? Man, bruv, Alkmaar, bruv.
They played us off the park.
Bro,
They played us off the plastic
watch when
pitch.
we go Astana away, yeah,
Mad.
and get chop sueyed, bruv.
Mad.
That's what's gonna happen.
Mad.
Man
We've got
get
Serbia
turned,
next.
Man, they get turned
Away.
into sashimi blood and that,
not
just
looking
chopped
forward to
up.
it.
Man,
I know
everything.
we got Serbia home first.
I don't know, but man, are going to
I don't know.
Azerbaijan
None
to
of
get
it
that
I'm
work,
listening
fam.
to.
That's what's going on, bruv. Azerbaijan, bro, to
And,
get chopped up.
Guy who's been messaging me, Hot Alan, he's been saying like how cold it is at the time we're going in November. I'm just...
It's gonna be blitz, bruv. Martial's gonna have the black gloves on. You get me? And just vex, bro. Yeah, and just
He probably won't play.
long out here, bro.
Allegri or Poch, how would Pep and Klopp perform under Woodward? So 2 questions there.
Pochettino, bruv.
With the Pochettino thing, is it just going to shit at Spurs
Because he's tapped out.
actually not that good, or because
No, he's tapped out.
too many things happened, he's reached the ceiling,
He's
they can't go
tapped
no
out.
further?
With Tottenham, yeah, he's tapped out. Like, Pochettino knows that he reached the ceiling at Tottenham. Also, if you look at all of Sir Alex Ferguson's teams, he rebuilds and they evolve every, say, 3 or 4 years. Tottenham have had all of these players for 4 or 5 years, bruv. It's gone stale, fam. Like, there's been no...
They've been nearly there for
they've
4
been
years
nearly
now.
there for
Yeah.
too long, and there's, you know you have to keep things fresh. Fergie was
Absolutely.
the master at doing that, keeping things
And
fresh.
when you don't win it, when you don't kick on to the next level, that's
You
what
bring new
I
people
kept
in,
saying
you
it,
don't
and that was
keep
the
it the
same for
same.
Klopp. To be fair, I was saying he's doing fantastically well. He secured the bag with the Champions League,
Yeah.
so it is showing dividends, it's paying dividends. I've always said with the Pochettino thing at Spurs, there will come a point where a trophy has to be won, even if it was just the Carabao Cup.
And when you're
even
doing the
if it was
nearly
just that.
thing, you don't wait and say, we nearly got it, we'll get it next season.
Yeah.
You have to build on that.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? In my head, I was like, you know what? Tottenham, I've had these man for a while. Even though they haven't signed anyone, they know each other a year better and that. But football doesn't work like that because everyone strengthens around you. You see what I mean? So you have to keep moving with the times. Tottenham haven't done that for him. He wanted to leave last season. Do you know what I mean? And then I think there was an agreement in place for him to see at least the new stadium thing in.
Would he thrive though?
He needs
With
a new
how,
challenge.
but with that, if that new challenge came to Man United, yes, more money to spend, all of that, bigger club, all of that. But with the current structure of the club, with how it is, with these players that are actually there,
I think Poch still needs a director.
exactly.
He needs one.
So basically, it's the same for any manager. This next move, that whether Ollie stays, whether Ollie goes, we have to change structurally. Is what we're saying. Innit?
Absolutely.
Right, cool. Listen, we've come to the end of the show. So much to talk about, and thank God we ain't got a game this week. at least we can. At least the next Flex and Rant show, we can talk about England.
It's cool.
slapping
United
someone
got a game this week, so
yes,
it's all good. So man can look good.
Exactly. We
can
got
look
our own
after
game
that.
tomorrow against DTFC. Big game. So hopefully we go and win that. Big up socials, Rants.
At Rants and Bants on Twitter and Instagram for all your trolling needs, and obviously hit up the YouTube channel as well, people.
Make sure you guys go and check that out, man. I'm Flex UTD across all of the platforms, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you check it out. Most importantly, make sure you guys are following the United Stand across all its platforms. Drop your views in the comments in the boxes below as per usual. And keep doing what you lot are doing in terms of letting us know where you guys are watching from all the way across
That's
the
right.
world,
Send
man.
us on Instagram.
There's
your
one
little
thing,
videos,
do you know what I'm saying?
and tag where you're at, boy. We're all over the world.
There's
man,
one
I'm
thing
saying.
doing these videos, but there's no point doing it if we're not going to interact with you guys afterwards and big you lot up and shout you out and just kind of see what the feedback is. So we're not just in it to just, you know, put our opinions out there and just don't care what you guys have to think about what's going on. We love interacting with you, so make it known, whether it's on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. Take a picture, let us know where you're watching from, man. We want to interact with you lot, and from all you lot who are watching all over the world or even locally, we love you all, man. Peace. See you next week. A big thank you to you guys for watching our latest video. If you want to check out more, make sure you do so right here. Keep checking us out, the biggest Manchester United fan channel in the world, over 500k subscribers deep. Make sure you're following us across all the socials, Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. All along here, you guys know what to do. And most importantly, make sure you're subscribed. Peace.